Look how mint this diff turned out. I'm so hyped that that case is that clean. So we got a lot going on today. First of all, this diff is going back in the drift car. So this is the 315 welded that came out of Danny's M3. We inspected the welds, inspected all that stuff. The case was leaking, so we resealed it, cleaned it off. It looks mint now. We got a bunch of other small stuff to do on the drift car today. For one, we keep ripping off the front bumper, so I think we're just gonna screw the license plate into the bumper bash bar. Danny's on his way with his M3 right now, and it kind of runs like crap. It idle hunts, and it's done it since we bought the car, and I'm pretty sure it's just because the intake manifold is not sealed properly. It's got some vacuum leaks. So we're gonna take that completely apart, put it back together, make it seal properly, and hopefully it should run better. On another note, my daily driver little M3 sedan has had its first bout of problems in pretty much the 2 years that I've owned this thing. So for the last 2 years, I've pretty much been daily driving it with 0 issues, and it threw a P1188 and a P1189 like 2 days ago. So we're gonna go into that, figure out what's going on. We're not gonna do that today or in this video, but it's gonna be fun. It runs fine, it runs and drives fine, it's throwing the code, so we'll see where it goes. License plate, bash bar, hole, and there's a little hole right there, and it looks like they freaking line up. That would be freaking amazing. I'm really hoping this works out right now. Oh my god. Dude, look at how mint that is. Those are factory holes with just bumper push pins. And it freaking fits. So the radio stopped working, which is pretty sick. So I gotta go through and resolder all of this freaking junk. But the center console came out completely, so it was only bolted in by one spot here and one spot there, and it kind of didn't last very long. I think we're gonna abandon the center console. Now this is an idea I've had for a while, a little over a year. Alex bought me a fire extinguisher for my birthday last year, and I was kind of thinking something like that could be kind of cool, because it would be aesthetically cool for one, and two, it's a fire extinguisher, which is nice. It's always good to be safe. So I was thinking kind of like that, a little bit leaning out of the way, so we could still get to what we need to without, you know, hitting ourselves or whatever. And I think this can also, no, it's kind of fixed right there, but something like that. So drill holes, drill hole, drill hole, drill hole, and then we can tap it to an M8 or a 10mm bolt and then bolt that down. So I found a bunch of short little 10 mils, and I think we're gonna make this happen. So I've got, I believe this is an 1164 drill, yep. So that, and I got an M6x1, which is the same thread as these little 10 mil guys. So we're gonna drill the holes, tap the holes, and then bolt the extinguisher down. So these bolt holes in this thing are too small, so I'm gonna have to oversize them to get the bolt to go through it. Hot dog, look at that. Don't really know of a better spot for a fire extinguisher than freaking right next to your hand. I mean, if it goes south, there you go.
Yes.
We have gear oil.
Gear oil, fresh belt.
Fresh belt. Looks mint, dude. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Go look what I did to the center console. And you're gonna love the license plate, bro.
The license plate?
The license plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's solid. Give it a shake.
How'd you get it in? You bolt it down?
Yeah, so flip the thing.
This?
Yeah. And pull it out.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, dude, so I drilled it and tapped it, and it goes in with 10 mil bolts.
Oh yeah, dude.
I kind of angled it like
Yeah,
that way,
I can
so
see
you're
that.
not like, you're gonna freaking scrape your hand on it.
Hell yeah.
I didn't drill any holes.
Yeah.
It just lined up.
Perfect.
It was perfect, bro.
That's dope.
I know, right?
That's super dope.
Put some bumper clips on there.
Good news, everyone.
To me.
Great success. I like. You going?
Yeah.
I heard your hip pop.
I'm pretty sure that was my shoulder.
It sounded like your hip. Just kind of like hitting a skid. It just does it by itself. You don't have to try. It's kind of scary.
You think?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know.
When I did it with my M,
I've never drifted a welded diff car, so I don't know.
I've only done it that one time.
We'll find out. We're going from a 338 to a 315, so the wheel speed should be higher per gear, but I think it's going to make it a little bit harder because. Okay.
I like how Tom was like, just buy a grip button, and we literally just took the spring out and became a grip button.
Right. All right, off. You will be a little sway bar once again for the drift car. It'll look so nice. We have the sway bar, axles, and the drive shaft, everything connected aside from the spring, the shock, and the fluid. Hot dog.
We're just gonna run the row of purple, right? Transmission?
Remember when I worked on this car?
Why didn't you use ATF?
Because some cars use Getrag, some cars use ATF. Or some cars use gear oil, some cars use
ATF?
ATF.
Does mine use ATF?
I don't know. We'd have to look.
Oh.
My sedan uses ATF. My convertible uses 7590.
Well, mine's a 98 and yours is a 98, so.
Yeah, but I don't know what transmission mine's out of. It's not the factory trans.
Oh, that's true.
I think the earlier ones used ATF and the later ones used gear oil.
Well, mine was leaking ATF.
Oh, your power steering was leaking ATF.
That's true. Hop in and take it out of gear and stuff. See if it gets any lower. Maybe a little bit. Honestly, it doesn't look like it got much slower. It looks about the same.
Yeah, it's a little lower.
Where's my driver? Oh, there he is. Huzzah! How's it feel so far, just pulling it out of the driveway?
You can feel it bind up.
Yeah.
It like slows the car down.
Yeah.
It like almost wants to stop. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
This thing kind of pulls to the left now almost. It didn't pull before. It kicks out a lot easier. It kicks out a lot easier.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And you held it really gnarly. Like, that was a really good hold.
I could feel it kind of starting to bog down though. That's kind of what I was thinking, like what I was talking about. I kind of had to give it more angle to keep it out. You know what I mean? That felt great though. That felt really good. I'm excited to see what it'll do at the at Adams.
Yeah. Did it feel better than that one time you did it there?
Yeah. I felt a lot more smooth and it was a lot longer.
Oh yeah. It was really long.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Really long.
It felt really good. Also, we're like a lot better than we were
Yeah, that's true.
drifting the last time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We're gonna reseal the manifold.
Because we're pretty sure it has a vacuum leak. It doesn't sound like it's running very good, even though the check engine light's still off, right?
Oh, it's on.
It is it? Okay. So,
Good luck, guys. I'll be back.
have fun, Chief. Get a car.
Get a car.
So I have these,
So this is the right one, right?
which is a intake manifold gasket set.
The right one
For what?
for the valve cover.
No, it needs to be a shorter one.
Find out.
What the hell is going on here, Chief?
I know. I saw that.
The more process becomes.
Thinking copper spray.
Yeah, you can get copper spray. It's for sealing.
Oh my god, come on. Yeah, we ran
This
through
one's
here.
melted. This journal.
I wouldn't be surprised if freaking dumbass timed it wrong. You want to put a different manifold on it?
Do you have another one?
Yeah, I have the one from the sedan.
Yeah, we can do that.
The one from that car.
You think it's timed well now?
What?
You think?
Well, it's running right now. I think they timed it wrong and it backfired. Probably went, oh, that's not right. But come on, dude. Freaking copper spray. On top of that, the fuel rail did not have any clips holding the injectors into the rail. So that's pretty sick. So we got to get some clips for that. There's just a lot of voodoo crap
Witch
going on
magic.
here.
And this injector looks older than the rest.
And the freaking plugs have, like, some of their things are missing. Alright, so here's the intake manifold from my sedan. OGP. So we're gonna swap this manifold on, because that other manifold is kind of toast. This runs and drives fine. I'd rather just figure out what's wrong with it before
You destroy it.
freaking blow it apart.
I get it.
Cool if Cody comes through. It's just this top part, right? Well, it's the whole thing.
The belt has to go around the fan.
Yeah. I probably won't go M50 manifold until we do the S52.
Yeah?
Yeah. Since we're doing it now, you know what I mean? We're I like it very much. This is my sister. She is number 4 prostitute in all of Kazakhstan.
Yeah!
Dude, part of their cars is not.
This is fine. This is fine.
So what we can see right here is that the car is working, even though parts of the assembly is not there. But it's just plastics, you know.
This is
so,
fine. This is
yeah, I
fine.
think this is good.
This is fine. That is better than this. So only that is missing, but that's just intake. So
It's better.
That's fine.
Better than it was.
it's got enough on.
Get it tuned by Castle, dude.
It's got enough.
Well, you might just need to relearn the air conditioning.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are.
Alex, get a gosh darn new car already. Ugh.
Starts it out, yes.
Quinn, what do you think? What do you think about this? High fashion or what?
You want to see my chain, bro?
Oh shit!
Mine is
That's fucked
mine
up,
is
dude.
fresh. This is what happens when you buy it new.
Low like my, not like my Jeep because it's in the shop. Dang.
Very gangster, yes. Very gangster.
What's gang?
You're
Ma-
so bent.
Much gang. Much gang. Very gang.
Gang shit. Bang bang.
Nice.